Hola, Leo.
Hola.
Hello. We're gonna speak in Spanish. No, sorry. We're gonna speak in English. We're gonna switch, even if it's not our normal way of communicating. But for the sake of this conversation and yeah, our kind of audience or people who might be interested in listening to this, because we are inviting you to be a special guest at our next retreat, which is going to be in March, 5 to the 8th of March. And it's a retreat that language is not going to be that important, but our communication has been in English so far because this is going to be a silence retreat. And it's the first time we're actually running this experience. We've done retreats where we incorporated silence in it. We've done festivals where we've had full day of silence, but we've never actually done a multi-day silent retreat. So this is going to be the first time. And you, Leo, are going to be a very important part of this experience. And we're going to make it short and sweet, this live, but it's going to be about what's the importance of what you're going to bring, which is music, for a retreat that it's supposed to be in silence. So before you say anything, let me say that Leo is not just a really good friend of the family, the Mara family. You've been here in many, many opportunities, in many, many forms, from a volunteer to a friend in the kitchen to performer, to, yeah,
All the
like just help,
forms.
all the forms possible. And this time you're gonna be coming as a providing the, I would say, the soundscape for this retreat that, like I said, it's going to be in silence. And we all know that silence, it's precious, it's needed, it's super important. It can also be hard and even, I would say, uncomfortable. So I think that's where we realize that having music where in a space where that where music can emerge from silence, it's almost like impossible these days. I don't think there's a place where music just comes, well, from silence. Like there's always other stuff happening. It comes from the radio, or you go to a concert and there's people are talking just before the concert starts. So here we're gonna have kind of like a rare opportunity to experience and experiment with something completely different. So Leo is a multi instrumentalist. He plays drums, hang, the saxophone with this like very interesting instrument. He sings. He uses his whole body, no? And we thought like you would be perfect for this experiment. So now the question to you is like, why did you accept to come to play music at a silent retreat?
Okay. First of all, thank you for doing this live. I think it's our first live or second, I don't remember. And yeah, I agree with everything you said. It's more than a pleasure because it's family, it's friends, it's the best place to just go and, energize, get like, yeah, it's like the little nest for me and for a lot of people. So it's a pleasure to be able to talk about this and to be part of it. So thank you for the invitation. Thank you for this conversation. And yeah, you were saying some things. I was grabbing the computer now because as you were talking, you were saying a couple of things that caught my attention really, which is one you said silence is uncomfortable, which is I started like in a microsecond, millisecond second. I was just like thinking a lot of things about that, which is amazing. And then you said music emerged from silence. So let's go little by little. So it's amazing how silence, which is something that apparently for our perception doesn't contain anything, it's empty, has the capacity to make us uncomfortable. That talks about something that you were saying in the beginning of the other recording, other live that we did like 10 minutes ago. The world is going to a weird place in which we are disturbed by silence. What? What's going on? It should be the other way around.
Mm.
And so this is the moment when I want to say something that I always think and I always say in my sound journeys, which is when I think in about music and silence in a very mystical way, and I start like putting my brain into the philosophic path. I think, okay, when everything finishes, when have nothingness, and when nothingness finishes, there's going to be complete, absolute silence. So that tells me that silence is the mother of everything because it contains everything, it holds all the existence. And therefore, when music comes from silence, it's like coming out of the womb. It's like, so, yeah.
Totally.
So,
I love that you're saying this.
and so, yeah, music emerging from silence, I think it's in some way that we're not able to perceive. I think music is there. We're just not listening to it in the silence. We're not able to listen to it in the silence, but it's there. And so we know that we don't have all the senses that allowed us to perceive everything that happens in existence. So what we're doing when we're doing music is we're connecting to the mother, and this is something that I'm just thinking right now. Connecting to the mother and asking the mother if we can have some of that. And then we grab our instruments, our voice, and we start like pulling out some sounds from the mother. And then that's why I think it's so divine and so special because it's our connection to the mother, to the great mother, no? To the silence. And then yeah, so that's on a mystical part. So on a more musical way, I would say that music and silence is like music and silence are like inseparable sisters. It's
Totally.
like life friends. I mean, they can't function without each other. And something that I was also reflecting about when we're before we're doing the you were doing the call is like if you think about it, silence. Whenever you put silence in a composition or an interpretation, or maybe in not in life because that's when we start talking about our like psych, but silence is never something that is like, oh, that was too much silence. Oh, that silence wasn't right. Oh, that silence was out of tune. Silence is always perfect. It's always perfect. It's never like something that you want to take out or it wasn't nice to put it into an interpretation, into a concert, into anywhere. So that's more, and maybe you agree with me that that's like something that we use as musicians, and because you're a great musician and I think you use it as a tool when you are playing and you're like, all of a sudden you pick up your bow. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
When you're like, "Wah," and you pick up your bow, it's that place where it's like, okay, yeah, yeah, I can stay here. I can stay here and I
Mm.
can stay here. And the longer you go into silence, the more power the music that you just were playing gets. No? And then when you go
Mm.
back to music, it's like music went back to feed itself and it came back stronger, you know?
Mm.
And so yeah, music is essential. And I think in a silent retreat, music is the place where music is gonna feel the best. And I don't know, maybe a lot of people, some of the people that go to a silent retreat or goes to Amara to a silent retreat that we're doing in March, some of them maybe experience the Vipassana. Vipassana is like the 10-day retreat where you don't talk, don't
Mm.
receive any stimulation of any kind. So silence takes you inside, takes you to deeper layers of your existence that you didn't even know. And so I think it's perfect to have music in a silent retreat because I think is the unique, most gentle vehicle to take you out of those deep places, or maybe to take you deeper into other layers where you can deal with your feelings, with your emotions, with your thoughts, with your imagination. And this is also something that I always tell in the sound journeys: is like take music as a help, Yeah, as a mother that takes you by the hand and tells you, "Come here, it's safe to go with me," you know?
Wow. I really love everything you're saying. And it's funny, like you're saying it, I'm like, ah, of course, that's why we're doing it. But I actually didn't think of all of this before. But now it makes so much sense, no? And that's the beauty, I think, of like when things feel true, no matter what, like is that they're always true and they always feel like you knew them, even if you didn't know them. You know what I mean? So thanks for saying all of that and for like brainstorming and making it up as we go in this conversation, because that's why I was excited to have this conversation with you, because I knew there would be something coming out of this. And and yeah, a lot of thoughts about all of that you're saying, but um sort of it makes me feel like, yeah, in a philosophical way, it's like the there's like Plato and Aristotle, they were already talking about the music of the spheres, the music of the cosmos. And we think of the cosmos as like this vacuum, this silent place. And yet, like you said, is this like void that the word void is means nothing, and yet is full of all the potential. Like basically, it contains all the potential in the same way that the womb of the big mother of the earth, the cosmos, but also like us as mothers, like we contain the potential of creating new life, new things. And if that comes in the form of music out of this void, then this music is sacred, like you said, no? And I feel we've lost this in some ways when we use music, that already this word sounds it's wrong, using music for as if like it's like taking it, no, as like a from a place of lack. Oh, I need to fill the space with music, rather than no, the space is filled with music. And it's just like yeah, it's a really good reflection as like in a world where music is used so banalmente, like how to say, like in a not not thoughtful way, no, just like using it to feel as a filler, or as a way to, I don't know, release and forget about your life or your day. And there's many ways in which music has a place, and not all music needs to be beautiful and perfect and angelic, of course not. And we know that music has many functions in this in our life, because it also is this art form that it's the most um, yeah, it's the most ephemeral, it's the most difficult to pinpoint and define, because you can't touch it, but you can feel it. You can only feel music. And and when we're so full of feelings and sensations and input, it's really hard to feel things like from a place of truth, or from a place of like to know exactly what is that you need. And when we remove all of that, which is in a way the aim, or there's no aim really, but the proposition for this retreat is to start removing some layers, to start like cleansing our mind from the clutter and the noise and the things to do, and just coming for like 4 days of just doing that, just being. Then, if from that place we start to feel again, then whatever we feel, it's gonna feel a lot more. And it's so we feel like we don't want, and I think you know that you come and fill up a void of uncomfortableness because of uh, us not knowing how to deal with silence. It's actually quite the opposite. It's like, wow, can we bring that sacredness of the music that emerges from a place that it's so rare these days? And I think, yeah, like it just occurs to me now that this is really what I would like this to be, and I know it will be for whoever comes. So yeah, thanks for all these reflections. I feel they're making things more clear now, and yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing because it's kind of like now that I try to imagine myself doing it, and in the place there in 10 days or 15 days. I don't know how long it's going to be.
A little more.
Yeah. So because what happens when I play and when I started like playing in this way, which is not like the regular type of concert where you are like in a stage and then people is in a long line and some people is two like blocks away and some people is super close to you. And then this is like difference of levels and
Mm,
amplification and all this. So we started doing this like kind of like more organic way of playing maybe 10 years ago. I don't know, where we're on the same level, we're close to each other, we're in a circle. And then the energy feeds itself, the music feeds
yeah.
itself, and we're all part of the session, the concert, the music. We are all feeding it. And in a silent retreat, since people go so deep into their own like layers of existence, then music comes from there. So the effect I could say that music has in those environments is um, I don't know if I would say pure or like more like yeah, effective, more like unique, because
Mm,
it's if I play there, I'm feeling myself from the energy and the place where people is. So whatever comes out is going to be connected to that. So I think it's maybe the most amazing environment
yeah.
to perform.
I do. I think so too. And I'm saying that without having it like properly tested this. So it is going to be a test, but I have no doubt that it's going to work because it cannot not work, right?
Yeah,
And so maybe just to because yeah, I know these days attention spans are short. So to sort of wrap it up, because I think we said already a lot of big things that can be left for reflection now. But to sort of bring it to the concrete, to the okay, how it's gonna be and work, and to encourage people to yeah take a leap of faith on our proposal and join us. Um, we're gonna have a 4-day retreat starting Thursday the 5th, ending Sunday the 8th, where first day is arrival, settling in, coming from the crazy world wherever all of us are. It takes a while to arrive to Amara. It's not a place you pass by. You need to really want to go there, and that's actually part of the point of this retreat. Is like you need to commit to it. So arriving, eating, of course, and then having some sort of first circle where we will set the I'm gonna say the rules no, but the guidelines of what's the retreat gonna be. And that's gonna be it's gonna take its time because there'll be questions and there'll be the last moment to talk for the next 2 full days. So then Friday and Saturday is gonna be complete silence. There'll be some activities or some like sessions that we will propose, all of them in silence, and they'll be easy enough to follow or very organic things that will be totally optional, but that if one wants to engage with that, and if not, then there's the forest, there's the sky, there's the land to just like hold us in the silence. And so music, we thought that music is very important for us, and that it was important that it was a part of it because like you said before, this is not a Vipassana retreat. It's not a hardcore silence retreat in the sense of like it's not about not smiling and not looking at each other and just look at the floor or the wall. It's not that kind of yeah of retreat. Is not our lineage in any way. We don't want to take on any sort of path of silence or meditation. It was more like a feeling of a need to do something different, and that it's still in the spirit of togetherness, that we're doing this together. And I think music has that spirit of togetherness in it. And so there'll be music in moments where you and probably me and maybe other people will we will weave together the moments, the silence, with some moments of of music, always of course respecting the silence, which is the thing. And like you said, music and silence are so together that they respect each other anyway. And then there'll be a meditative concert or sound journey, however you are gonna call it, on one of the evenings, and that's gonna be like the full experience of taking us on a deep journey with music. And we will finish on Sunday as in the morning we'll break the silence with a again a together moment where yeah we will see what emerges from there and how we share after that, and then after that will be a final meal and go home, hopefully restored and feeling a bit clearer in ourselves, because that's what silence can do for us. So you are a key a key piece for this retreat. So thank you so
I
much
can't,
for accepting it.
I can't wait. I'm so excited
Yeah,
about it. So
it's gonna
excited.
be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you wanna say one last thing to everyone to encourage people who maybe are on the fence or not sure if that's for them or not.
Well, of course, for people that don't know yet, Amara and haven't been there and on retreats, I mean, it's a unique place with unique people, with amazing food. And I could be saying this because I'm your friend, but I'm not, I can't lie. It's like,
And I have to say,
you're gonna,
food in silence tastes even better.
so environment, the people, the food, and the music is gonna be amazing, and it's a unique opportunity. Also, astrologically, this part of this year and
Mm,
this decade and in this moment in our life, which is the century, is very important for us to like go inside and reflect and take those decisions that are gonna condition the rest of our lives. This is true. I've been like listening to astrology the last years, and this is a super important moment. So it's a super good opportunity to do this, and it's maybe the best thing we can do to like pump, connect and connect with silence, connect with good food, connect with nature, and connect with music. I think is the
mm.
four elements that are
Four
gonna,
pillars. Yeah.
yeah.
Amazing. Well, super looking forward. Yeah, to give you a hug, to hear your music, and to see you. So thank you, everyone, also, if you're listening and watching this. And yeah, we'll leave all the details on the description and also on our website. Okay. Thank you, Leo.
Thank you, and I
Have a
see
lovely
you everybody
evening.
there. Yeah.
Okay. Bye
See
bye.
you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.